So we're gonna first look at Season 2 Reloaded with the blog, and there's a lot of content in there, but I'm not really seeing any changes, which kind of makes me a little bit nervous. Building off Season 2's launch update, which saw a new resurgence map in Ashka Island, the Path of the Ronin event, and plenty of updates across the games, Season 2 Reloaded will see the release of an all-new core multiplayer map, a camo challenge, which is always good. Free content is always solid. And then a new functional weapon and plenty of free content across both games. I think the problem with updating the store so frequently, now they're going to put all these cool bundles in, which we'll see, but they kind of like, in my opinion, I mean, if you're enjoying the game, cool. We had a full video. If you saw the last video, you know what I'm talking about. They haven't really like earned the right to put like cool stuff and people will actually buy it. People still will probably, but I think when the current game's like the state of the game, I think it's very bad look when you're adding stuff to the store, but then you're not resolving any of the minor issues. Not even stuff that we can disagree on. I'm talking about objectively bad things in the game that just haven't been resolved, right? Obviously, there's fun elements to the game, but at the end of the day, there's still a lot of issues, whether it's crashing, lobby issues, or meta-related things where the shotgun has been so dominant, why would you use anything else? So we get the raid, which is coming. I know this is paid content, so unless you own Modern Warfare 2, you won't have access to that. But the cool thing is now you no longer need to have one of those little assignment keys where you got to get in the battle royale or any of those things. You're just able to go jump in as long as you own the game, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna try that one out. The first one had about an hour worth of content. You go in, you fail a couple times, and then you get it together and it's solid. There's an easy mode or a normal mode and then a hard mode, and we'll kind of see where that goes. It's supposed to progress the story, whatever. It should be fun for one playthrough, and we'll kind of see how it goes based off the Spec Ops. They're gonna add this Expo map, which is cool. Some of these skins look really cool for Ghost or whatever. It looks like underwater almost style. Party game mode, drop zone. Cool. There's some, if you need to shoot down your streaks, that's usually a good mode for that. All or nothing, one in the chamber. This is a lot of fan favorite style modes that are returning, not necessarily new. And then the Warzone's third anniversary actually happens on the 10th, March 10th, which coincidentally is my birthday. That's tomorrow. So it's kind of easy to remember. But I got 35th anniversary, not third. So a little bit older than the game. And to celebrate the 3 years of Warzone, all players will receive free items through the in-game store that are themed around the map, seasons, and memories that made its surprise launch on March 10th, 2020. These rewards, 7 in total, all are free items for those who claim them, including a new weapon blueprint, calling cards, and more. Check out the in-game store daily. So it's kind of a little bit of a, like, cool, you gotta go, but then they're kind of pushing you to the store where there's gonna be other cool items, right? Like, obviously, once we get there, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Then we get this Path of the Ronin camo challenges, and this is gonna be actually something completely different. Whether you're finished with the journey of Orion or only have a few gold camos, there are some new camo challenges coming. So here's kind of how it'll look. The challenges at a glance. Assault rifles, you need 125 headshots, elimination headshots. And then we got battle rifle 75. So you kind of would unlock it, I think, for that entire category. At least that's how it looks. Or maybe you got to do all of this and then you get that. We get the new Tempest Torrent, which is a marksman rifle, which traditionally marksman rifles haven't had the biggest, like, greatest run when they add new weapons, just because they're kind of mid at best. Because the difficulty, the ammo situation, there's a lot of issues. Unless it comes out like the DMR, I don't necessarily think it'll be great, but we'll kind of see how that goes. How to unlock weapon challenge. Get 25 double kills with the marksman rifle or via store bundle. So obviously that's going to be easier in multiplayer. In Warzone, that might be a little harder to get double kills with marksman rifles, even though they can pack the punch. So then we get Shredder, which looks very cool. I grew up in the 90s, so Ninja Turtles was very cool during that time. And I would say that this skin is very sick for what it is. Hopefully they decide to add more later on. Whether we get Master Splinter or whatever. And then they got other St. Patrick's Day bundles, which all look great. You know, all these costs are going to be like 20 bucks each, even though they look pretty generic, some of them. And the raid bundle, okay, we're going to probably get that. And then, I don't know. So there's going to be a new social feature. There's party queuing. Among other technical updates across all the titles the studios are working on, there's notable feature addition that makes it even easier to form parties with friends and competitive teammates. Party queuing allows players to automatically join a friend's party once they are finished with their active match. Just like inviting friends to a party channel, you can access party queuing via the in-game social menu. So it's kind of like you're waiting until the match is over and it'll automatically add you there. So that's interesting. After selecting the option of party queue, you'll wait in the hangar bay pre-match, waiting until the specific friend is done with their match and automatically join them. Interesting. And then they're trying to pitch you on getting the game, and no other potential weapon balancing changes, no combat record fixes to separate them. Like some objective things that we could agree need fixing, right? Nothing about the servers, nothing about perk changes, nothing about anything else. So this is a lot like of money content. I mean, no doubt. I'm not gonna lie. This is cool. I think this is super cool. As it, it's probably 2,400 COD points cool too. But it's like, do they do everything else to kind of earn my business, right? It's kind of one of those things. I think the game's cool, whatever. But they still got a lot to work on. And this alone, unless they come out with this cool roadmap and then we have these insane patch notes next week, at least with weapon balancing, like how is this shotgun still a thing? I don't get it. I mean, it is what it is. If you guys saw the last video, you know what's up. Appreciate the support. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.